There she was standing over me. She inched her face close to my face. She put her hands on my face. I remembered her immediately but did not speak. My eyes blurred. They were hot and heavy. It hurt to look at Aunt Sally. It hurt to see. I closed my eyes. I felt her cool touch. She chanted, "You will be well. You will not die. Chim matahachi. You will be well. Chim pisa tahachi." She sang to me, then I heard her leave. A woman whose bed was surrounded by white partitions moaned again. This was not a new sound, it was a constant. Her breath whistled irregularly. There was no escaping the whistle. The whistling sounds were everywhere in the white room. Then they stopped. Another woman in another bed called out. No answer. She pushed the bell. Women wearing white dresses came into the room. They pushed the partitions back. They said the whistling woman was dead. I went back to sleep. Before the hospital, before rheumatic fever, before the dead woman, I had met Aunt Sally. I was 7 years old. Aunt Sally was an ancient Indian relative who lived in Hayrick outside of Dublin, a place of snakes, a place of memory. Once a base camp for nomadic tribes following buffalo, once a county seat, Hayrick, Texas took its name from a solitary mountain standing in the breadth of open grasslands. Only a state government sign remains, marking the place of Hayrick, marking the sign of the snakes. The only time we visited Aunt Sally, I rode in the back of our green 1950 Chevrolet and listened to my Indian grandmother tell stories about our family. Chapters went like this. Life in a dugout, making lye soap, how grandfather got VD. I don't remember much of the drive to Hayrick. We drove the rural roads of West Texas. There were 2 lanes of dust and dirt, stagnant green-belted riverbeds, and 1-lane bridges. When we arrived at Aunt Sally, the old woman ambled out of a rusted screen door of a paintless wooden house, breast sagging, her thin body lacking in strength, seemed unable to support her weight. She wore a sleeveless dress that revealed naked brown skin, skin that was no more than a sheath for aging bones, hairless underarms. She fed us saltine crackers and cold squirrel dumplings. She asked me questions. She asked me about my secrets. I don't remember having any to tell her, but she told me hers. She said I reminded her of someone she'd seen a long time ago. I remember dancing for her. I told her I was a bird, a man bird, a hunter. I danced around the kitchen table and pretended to be powwow dancer, a bird of dance, a bird of rhythm. When my grandmother and mother went to town, Aunt Sally took me for a walk around her place. The farm belonged to her relatives. We went down the dry gorge and she pointed out all kinds of roots and trees. She asked me if I knew about the plants of the pasture. I said yes. I thought I was lying. As we walked farther from the house, I remember a hot, gusty wind picked up her voice like dust tendrils on bedrock and blew it away from me. I ran to catch the sound. I found Aunt Sally sitting on a granite rock. Alatik, Indian girl, come and see. On our land, the 4 winds of the old days will blow through our hair. Then she tugged at my black braids. Come and visit the snakes, Alatik. When I was your age, they blew across this place like red dust devils on flat, neutral plains. Can you see them? Do you hear the snake people calling us? Yes, I can see them. I hear them. They are naked and wild. Their eyes like black grapes shining in the sun stare back at me. They're hungry. I watch the snake people eat the fleshy intestines of my uncle's butchered cow. I taste the hot blood, roll it around on my tongue, and remember. It makes me sweat. I watch the snake people play games around the carcass, and before we walk back into the house, the old woman and me, she runs her crooked fingers across my eyes and says, Alatik, Indian girl, the ghosts of your ancestors will visit you there. The rest of my visit blurs. My last memories are from that day. She waves to me from her front porch. She never explained the snakes. She only said, "Chi pisalachi, I'll see you. Indians never say goodbye." I never saw Aunt Sally again until she appeared in my hospital room. I thought she was dead. I didn't know about the snakes until some 25 years later. To make the sign of the snake means Comanches are here.